Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sneaker Updates. This will be Sneaker Updates number 27. If you happen to be new here, this has now become a weekly series on the channel, and if you're not familiar with the series, essentially we go over a variety of different sneakers, that of which got updates for throughout this week. For example, some of those may potentially include some Nike and OffWhite, Yeezys, Jordans, and more. But with that short little intro out of the way, why don't we jump right into the first update. Today we're actually going to be kicking it off with some Yeezys. As most of you guys know, there's a lot of Yeezys releasing this month. First of all, we have the Inertias releasing and also the 700 V2s. Now recently, according to Yeezy Mafia, the Yeezy 350 V2 Clay, True Form, and also the Hyperspace will be region exclusive. The Clay will release in North and South America, the True Form in Europe and Africa, and the Hyperspace in Asia and Australia, all dropping on the 16th of March for $220 each. Of course, this would differ depending on the region. But with Yeezys out of the way, why don't we jump into some miscellaneous sneakers, because that's where the majority of the updates for today's video lie. So first of all, the foam positive Memphis Tigers will be dropping in limited quantities March 9th for $230. Expect a similar release to what we initially saw with the Oregon Duck foam posits a couple of years ago. Moving on, the Nike Waffle runners have loaded up on sneakers. Release was initially planned for March 7th, however this release is now delayed. Of course, I'll keep you guys 100% updated. Feel free to turn on post notifications and subscribe, but of course you don't have to. It's whatever floats your boat. Moving on, according to Pirates, the Air Fear of God 1 in orange and also Frost Spruce will be dropping in summer of 2019, and images for both of which have already loaded up onto Nike. Then moving on, we got official images for the Lightbone Fear of God 180, and finally, you can now sign up on the SVD app for the White Presto OffWhite Raffle. Now, when it comes to here, the reason they're doing these is it's marketing for their app, so don't expect to win, but of course it can't hurt to enter. And the last thing, we got to look at the Undercover and Nike Daybreak from Hanzuying, dropping in both colorways for $160 this summer. But with the miscellaneous sneakers out of the way, why don't we move on to some Jordans. So kicking it off, according to Hanzuying, the Jordan 1 Gym Red will be dropping June 24th for $160. And finally, the last Jordan 1. And finally, another Jordan 1, which is the Jordan 1 Crimson Tint, will be dropping April 27th for $160. Images courtesy of Hanzuying. Finally, courtesy of Index Portland, we got to look at the Jordan Gamma Alternate 11 sample. I think these look really awesome, so hopefully we end up seeing a public release for these. Let me know your thoughts on any of the shoes I talked about today. With that, I'm going to conclude today's video. Unfortunately, there really hasn't been much going on. As much as I'd love to keep on going about other sneakers, I don't want to waste your time with things that I don't really think you guys care about. You got stuff to do, and that's understandable. So with that, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed, or if you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also, subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated on any of the stuff I mentioned today, or for future hyped releases. With that though, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Yo, it's never where you should be stopping. Using your shoe like a size 12 weapon. Get your foot off my foot.
Get your foot off my foot, yeah!
Now I can't run and I can't walk. You hit me so hard, I don't want to talk. Get your foot off my foot.
Get your foot off my foot, yeah!
Why are you always in my way? Knocking me over every single day. Get your foot off my foot.